Up everyone, welcome to my channel. This is actually my first video ever on my channel, so I'm super excited that I just thought about doing this nutritious video for my Mexican community because I live in a Mexican household and I know how hard it is to just eat healthy in a Mexican household when you got your tia bringing the tacos and then you got your mom cooking pozole and then you got your dad bringing some chips. Like, it is so hard, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's easy because it's really, really hard. You know, if you're trying to get fit and you're trying to get healthy and all that, nutrition plays 80%, and the 20% is the fitness part. So, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to, just get healthy, if you're trying to get rid of a disease, if you have a disease and you're just trying to manage it, please just take these tips and these recipes that I'm going to give you and just run away with them. And at the end of the day, you still have to do your own research. So I do recommend for everyone to do their own research because I live in a different body from yours, and I really just want to do this video to help anyone living in a Mexican household and just showing you guys how, like, you can actually mimic certain recipes. You don't have to use the canola oil. You don't have to use ground beef. You don't have to use things like that. You can actually mimic it and use other healthier things. It might not be exactly, the frijoles puercos or the pozole that your tia makes, but if it's going to benefit you, then I really recommend for you to just try it. And I really hope this video helps all my Mexican people. I hope you're watching this. And honestly, I made a notebook with like things that just for the video, because obviously this is my first video and I suck. I just staying on one topic, but I'm gonna go through 4 tips that help me just living in a Mexican household. And after that, I actually grab my mom's own personal recipes and I mimic them. So I actually subbed the unhealthy part for a healthier ingredient. And yeah, hopefully again, it's not gonna taste exactly the same, but it's gonna help you. Okay, so if it's gonna help you, please try it. Okay, I promise you won't regret it. So let's get started. The first tip that I would recommend anybody to do, like anybody, is set the damn example. For real. If I curse, by the way, I curse a lot, so I'm just trying to get my point across. But set the example, because it's really hard. Like, if you live with your cousin, if your cousin lives with you, if your sister lives with you, whatever the case is, your mom, your dad, your little brother, your little big sister, whatever, if they live with you and they're trying to lose weight, and you know that the hardest thing they have to do, that they can't do, is stop eating tortillas every morning with the chorizo and the beans, please be the example for them. Please be the example, because trust me, once they see you doing it and once they see that you succeeded in that, they will do it too. I promise you. It just makes everyone feel good when you're setting the example if no one else is setting it for you. If someone else is setting it for you, you're in a good state already. You don't even gotta watch this video. You probably just have to look at the recipes that I'm about to give you right now. But other than that, you are in good hands. Okay, so really set the example. It's been hard here in my household. I know, like, I live in LA. There's taco trucks everywhere. Okay, I'm a foodie too, so I always want to go out and eat, and it's super hard. I'm not gonna stay here and say that I eat healthy every damn day, because I do not. That is very far from it. I actually try to just eat healthy at least 5 to 6 days a week, and then I'll take like 1 day or 2 days that I'll like have a cheat meal. And by cheat meal, I don't mean the whole day. Okay, I mean like one meal out of the day. Depending on how many meals you have, I eat one of those meals is unhealthy. That's what I mean. Okay, I don't mean the whole day. I don't mean to go crazy. If you do go crazy, limit it to 1 day, not 2 days. The second one is discipline. Y'all, discipline is like the major fucking thing in this video, in this whole fucking progress. Okay, this whole process is gonna be a progress, and then hopefully you got it down by then. But the discipline part is so important, because if you're saying you're gonna do something and then okay, let me give you a good example that's probably gonna make you feel like shit, but this is super important. You eat healthy all week. Okay? Let's say you eat healthy all week. And then you go out drinking on the weekend and brunching, and you go hit up the carne asadas with your tias too, and then you go to go eat mariscos, you go all that, all the good stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Then you go get some chicharrones, then you go get some papitas with chile limon, then you get a elote, all that, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you go do that and you had already succeeded with working out and eating healthy those 5 days, when you binge like that for those 2 days, those 5 days don't really mean anything. They don't. That's why I'm saying, if you're gonna have a cheat day, only do one meal. Because if you just binge the whole day, you probably already gained the calories that you were trying to lose. Okay, you probably already fucked up your gut, and you're for sure you're gonna go to the bathroom and you're probably gonna have diarrhea or something. At least I know I do. Again, do your research on your body and study yourself, because again, I don't live in your body. You live in your body. So you should know when you don't feel good. You should know what's wrong. You should know why your stomach hurts. You should know why you have diarrhea. You should know why you're sharding. Like, you should know that. Okay? So I think that's super important, to just be disciplined about it. Like, if you're gonna go out that one day, just don't even have too many beers. Just have a couple beers. Just have 1 or 2 beers, and then relax. Drink some water, and then you could have another beer, and then you could eat. You don't have to binge though. When you binge and then you've been eating healthy mainly the whole week, that fucks up your whole damn week. Okay? It's like you didn't even do the week. So, and I'm not going to get too scientific about it because there's so much more I could say, but I just want to, bring this up and just let you guys know how it's hard, but it's also easy, and these are the steps, okay? The third step, if you're going to be disciplined and if you're going to set the example, go buy your own groceries, because your mom, at least my mom, well, now she does, because I set the example now. My mom's making juices every morning, like fresh juices, like with celery and all that stuff, all the good stuff. Now she asks me to cook all the time, but I have succeeded now, that part. But it's a progress, right? She wasn't like that before. But buy your own groceries, okay? Because I used to buy my own groceries. I still kind of do, but not really. My mom and I share them now because she eats like me now. But when she didn't, I still used to buy my own groceries. So I really, really recommend you to go buy your own groceries. You have to buy your own groceries. Your mom and your dad, especially in the Mexican household, te van a mandar la chingada, okay? They're not gonna buy a bunch of greens, and they're not gonna buy almond milk, and they're not gonna buy all this shit. They're just not, okay? I remember my mom used to always be against it, and she always used to call me crazy. And now she's here. Now she's the one making juices every morning, and it's amazing. But really, for real, buy your own groceries. I cannot stress that enough. I don't tell them to give you an allowance for that week if you don't have the money or whatever the case is. And if you do, that's great. And I can also post like some stuff that is just cheap to buy. I really recommend just Trader Joe's in general. It's cheap. If you're only buying for yourself or your sister or whoever, you and your sister are like teaming up to do this, then just go to Trader Joe's. Sprouts is super expensive. Whole Foods is super expensive. Farmers market could tend to be expensive depending on where you go. I live in Gardena, which is a city in the South Bay and in Los Angeles area, and I have a couple like in Compton, Gardena. There's some in Manhattan Beach, which is, a couple minutes from me. But then if I go over there in Manhattan Beach, it's a little upscale, so it's more expensive. So I really just recommend Trader Joe's, to be honest. Just go to Trader Joe's. And fourth one, you're human. So you're going to have cheat days. You're going to have a week where you fuck up. You're going to have a week where you don't want to do a goddamn thing. You're like, fuck it. I'm going to go eat every fucking week. Every day you're going to go out and you're going to eat, and that's just going to be it. You don't feel like cooking. You don't feel like doing nothing. You don't feel like meal prepping. You don't feel like baking your little chicken. You don't feel like using olive oil. You don't feel like doing none of that. You're just going to eat out the whole week. I felt like that so many times. So don't hurt yourself over this. It happens. You're human. You want to eat junk food, especially if you grew up eating junk food. You're going to want to eat junk food. if you grew up eating junk food, you are gonna want to eat junk food. I love hot Cheetos. I always want hot Cheetos. Yesterday, let me give you an example. Yesterday, I bought hot Cheetos. I bought a bag of hot Cheetos. It's still sitting at my boyfriend's house because I did not eat it, because I was like, if I eat this whole bag, my stomach is gonna hurt. And I know my stomach is gonna hurt because now my body is so used to eating healthy stuff that I just don't like. When I eat hot Cheetos, which is a bunch of starch and corn and just processed things, my body doesn't cope with it, and I know my stomach is gonna hurt, and I know I'm gonna be shitting all night. So I really recommend for you to just not kill yourself over just, not eating healthy. If you mess up, just make sure you go back to it. And I also want to say that once you fall off, it is really hard to get back into it. So just don't fall off more than a day. Okay? Just don't fall off more than a day. That will really, really help you. Okay? And I really recommend for you to just follow my Instagram, because on my stories, I'm usually like talking crap most of the time, but it's really, really like important. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just that I went through this process too, and it was really hard, but it's things that you can manage. And if you're really, really serious about your nutrition, if you don't want to end up with hypertension, if you don't want to end up with heart disease, if you don't want to end up with the biggest fucking diseases that we hold in the United States and in the Mexican culture, please just do the simple things. It's really, really simple. Now that I'm done with the tips, I just want to give you guys a couple recipes that my mommy gave me, and that again, like I said, I translated them into the healthier version. So here we go. We're going to start off with albóndigas. So I'm going to give you the normal recipe, and then I'm going to tell you what I subbed, okay? So for albóndigas, usually they have ground, this is my mom's recipe. So if you're Mexican y hacen las cosas diferente, that's on you, okay? I'm just saying for my mom's recipe, and I'm telling you what you can mimic, okay? So the albóndigas, ground beef, garlic, pepper, salt, mint, and white rice. What you could sub is the ground beef for ground turkey. And I kid you not, they taste the damn same, okay? Unless you're like super serious about ground beef, like, oh my God, I really love ground beef, then I get it. Ground beef and ground turkey are not the same thing. I get it. But it is not that big of a difference. I promise you can use ground turkey. Instead of the white rice, I'm not really against white rice. I just know that it sticks more to your intestines than brown rice. Like, brown rice is a little easier to digest. Rice isn't easy to digest, period, but I'm just saying from studies being shown and things like that. So if you want to switch it to brown rice, cool. If you don't, it's not that big of a deal. For salt, I know everyone uses like iodized salt. I just recommend to use Himalayan salt. Use Himalayan for everything. It's healthier and it's better, and you don't even have to put that much, because as soon as you squirt it, as soon as you like turn the little thing on the Himalayan salt on the Himalayan bottle, literally it's like salty. So you don't even have to put a lot, which is dope. And that's it. Everything else is good. The garlic is good. The mint is good. Pepper's good. Yeah, that's it. The enchiladas rojas, the normal recipe, is chile California with ajo y cebolla, queso mexicano, tortillas de elote with canola oil, onion, cucumber, rábano, and crema. And again, I'm talking Spanglish, so just bear with me. For this one, I would sub the, I would sub the canola oil. Definitely, you should never be having canola oil, okay? Just have canola oil when you go out to eat, because that's what all restaurants use. If you don't know that, you should know that by now. Or I'm telling you, in a lot of restaurants, they use canola oil because it's cheap, and that's what they can afford, and that's what goes in their budget. And if you're going to a fancy-ass restaurant, they probably don't use canola oil, but I'm just telling you. For most people, most restaurants, more fast food restaurants, they use canola oil. They use, avocado oil. So I recommend to sub the canola oil for avocado oil. And instead of the corn tortilla, you can always get spinach tortilla or like wheat tortilla or anything like that. And then, if you want to add cheese, you can use like cotija cheese or anything like that. Like any cool cheese. No American cheese or no like cheddar cheese. No cheddar cheese. But yeah, that's for that. The pozole. You guys are going to hate me for this. So maíz, puerco, chile colorado, ajo y cebolla. I will sub the pork for chicken. There's a lot of studies that pork is bad for your brain. I'm not saying to never eat it. I'm just saying not to eat it that much. And I know a lot of Mexicans who eat pork. So y'all be careful. So I will sub the pork for the chicken, and then the maize, just sub it for a different type of maize, like maize de lote or something. There's a bunch. You can look them up. Let's go to the other one. Frijoles puercos. I love frijoles puercos. So this one makes me sad, but if y'all want to do it, do it. I know I don't do it because I don't eat frijoles puercos all the time. So when I eat them, I don't mind eating, the chorizo, but yeah. So original recipe: chorizo, queso Monterrey, frijoles, chile jalapeño, manteca de puerco. Okay, that's what my mom told me. I was like, manteca de puerco? Are you serious? Anyways, you can sub the manteca for olive oil or avocado oil. You can sub the queso Monterrey for mozzarella cheese. Only because it just blends in well. That's why I recommend it. And then I don't like soy-based products, but me and my mom agreed that this is what you can, sub it with. You can sub the chorizo for a soy-based pork. I don't like soy-based things because I don't really like soy, and it tastes so bland to me, and I don't think a lot of my Mexican people would like this soy-based pork. So honestly, you're gonna have to call them like frijoles de pollo algo, because you're gonna have to switch out for chicken or something if you don't like pork. But yeah, that's for that recipe, and that's about it. That's it, y'all. I actually have one more. See, I'm so bad at these YouTube videos. I actually have a book that I recommend that I got. I don't even remember when I got this, but it's called 28 Days of Clean Eating. And I love this book because it's not like so in depth with like scientific stuff or anything like that. But if you open it, it has this is like the table of contents, right? But it has just like a little intro on like eating clean every day. And just like choosing clean. It talks about oils and processed food. It's like, again, it's not too in depth in chemistry, so it won't like confuse you or anything. It'll just tell you like the basics, which is cool. But what I love is that it shows you like, let me show you like a good one. Like, let's see. Like, look, vegetarian chili. And it shows you exactly how to make it. And it shows you like the recipe and everything to use. What's another one? And it goes by like orders, like snacks, vegetarian food, seafood food, juices, things like that. So this is like creamy asparagus soup, which is dope. What else? They have smoothies here. So I really recommend to get this book because it's cool. Like, you could really, like, if you're having trouble figuring out foods, or like you're being annoyed by like just looking stuff up, and like I know websites are like crazy and they take you from one page to another. This is super easy. Like, it's super easy to follow. The ingredients are not hard to get. You could get it out of your local grocery market. And yeah, just play around with it, y'all. I hope that this video helped a lot of my Mexican people, and I hope that you know that you're not alone, because I've dealt with these challenges before. And if there's any other advice that you want me to do, or that you want me to say, or you want me to help you with, just reach out. I'm more than I'd be happy to help you guys. And yeah, keep tuning in for my videos. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like more to hear of, if you want more like an in-depth chemistry vibe of nutrition, if you want just my own recipes, my juices, things like that, what I eat in a day, things like that. So I hope this helps someone today, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.